Hey guys, I am back to talk about an anime short called Bikini Warriors. And yes, I know what you will say. This is a fan service anime. What huge plot is there about it? And let's say it like this: Dark Elf's plot. Yeah, that is big. And yes, it is a fan service, but it's not as bad as people think. It's not as bad as High School of the Boob, or of the Dead, as some most likely know it as. I freaking detest that series. I freaking hate it. I rather want to watch all of Queen's Blade. And for that said, I don't dislike Queen's Blade. I have watched the 2 seasons. And the Queen, Alada, I think her name was. I like her. And also the Scythe girl. Those two I like. It's sad that it's so hard to get it on a DVD, as I'll most likely have it and watch it. But back to the point. I will, however, be giving you a little warning because I will be spoiling the plot, and not the girl's plot. Even what I could consider, I would consider spoiling Mage. Yeah. Oh yeah, Mage. Especially in her swimsuit. Oh yeah. Basically, I will be talking about it in depth, so not said that there's not worth to watch it, to see it for yourself, but I will at least give you the chance to leave now, so you don't get spoiled in case you actually want to enjoy the story. So I'll be counting down, or up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Bikini Warriors is a fan service anime, and starts with what's it called? Fighter, the red-haired girl, Paladin, a golden-haired girl, Dark Elf, a big boob, the tan lady, and Mage. Best girl so far. Best girl is basically fighting in a dungeon where they get hurt in, fan service ways. Let me just use example. Dark Elf is basically a wind monster attacks her, so her boobs basically goes like, yeah. I will say it's even worse than Dead or Alive's boob physics. So they basically goes back to Wiseman, yeah, and tells him that this armor is crap and it hurts a lot. So they get some new armor, which so far from what I can see, it's the same armor they already wore, which, shall we say, Fighter points out, and she says she's not interested in buying it. However, the 3 others is, and they go back to the dungeon and fight. And yes, here they reuses the screen from the first one, the first fight. The only difference is the dialogue, and also only Fighter gets hurt. So she crawls back to Wiseman and says that she wants that other armor. And they stand in the village square or town square, and just like people, they just point at them and say, "Oh my god!" They basically, like famous people, and there's a little girl. I want to be like her, and it basically points at Dark Elf, which basically have a very skimpy outfit. Oh, all the girls actually has, because they fight in bikini outfits, but hers is basically, I think it only covers her nipples somehow, and some of the underboobs, if not all of the underboob. I think her first outfit, if I remember correctly, I could be remembering wrong, didn't cover her underboob some magical way. but basically, then they then goes back to Wiseman. I don't know why. He then gives them some new outfits, which is basically swimsuit, and that's where all the money went. That mage, that mage. Let's just say, oh yeah. But you can see it for yourself since I used that thumbnail. And then they basically look really good. Mage at least does. The others I'm not so sure about. Maybe it's my preference in girls. But basically, they didn't look at the outfit and then they are like, ah, swimsuits! What are you? A pervert? Because they are embarrassed to be in a swimsuit who covers more than in a bikini who basically, let's say it like this, I wouldn't be surprised. I actually think one of the girls has basically just a G-string as what's called bikini, and yet they are embarrassed. And let me say it like this: what sold me was really Mage in that swimsuit. Oh yeah, and I'm really looking forward to watching the next episode of this series. And I have a feeling that it may be like, okay, then we go and try different outfits. I'm not sure though, because I can't actually. I've tried to see what it could go, and I'm pretty sure we will have a beach episode, and we already knows what tentacles will be in that episode. Oh man, I really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend that you use, like, I think it was 4 or 8 minutes to watch it, because even though it's a fan service anime, it's not that bad, man. Just look at me, the smile in my face. The only other, it's like the anime short is just good, and I have only watched 2. And in case you actually wonder why I started watching this, I actually started to watch it because there was a reviewer called Chibi's Review who said he wouldn't watch it, and so I decided to watch it, and then basically just troll him to say, "Oh my God, this anime is so good! You have to watch it! You have to watch it!" But I ended up being the one getting trolled by the company because it's actually good. I'm really surprised. I had expected maybe something like Watanaki no Usaki-kun, which it is good. But let me say it like this: if you had asked me if I would have watched it after the first episode, I would say no, because that anime's first episode was so horrible that I was basically like, I tweeted Chibi with 4 pictures from it and said, "Do not watch this shit. It's so bad, so bad." I'd almost say that using the same time watching 4 minutes of Pico no Pico, which I haven't watched, is about a better use, basically. Man, but before I go off on a rambling, I will be stopping now and get this review uploaded.